Yo, what is up guys, it's Fullyspaced here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build this witch hut. We're going to start off by going into a normal world and finding a witch hut. I will leave a link or a little thing in the description kind of showing you guys what seed I'm using here. I actually have it here, so that's 32543. It's just a seed, you kind of just head over, you'll find this village, and just by this village is this little hut here. And I'm going to show you how to create this little witch hut. Well, it's not really little anymore, but we'll start off from the basic witch hut and we'll advance it into this thing. Obviously I've expanded it, made it a bit wider, and we've got a little villager hanging upside down here, and it just looks very, very cool in my opinion. Something that it took me a good few hours to kind of get around and build, but we got a few new of the chains and things in here from the 1.16, and then obviously we're just kind of making it look as menacing as possible, somewhere that you do not want to kind of come across. But there's a little docking station here for boats and things, and then obviously you come inside. I haven't actually done any of the interior, but we've got this nice little hanging ladder hatch that obviously allows you to get up to the next floor. And then you can come out here, and there's barrier blocks in front of this guy just to keep him in place. But yes, then we got a little hanging upside down villager there. So I'm going to show you guys how to kind of make this build, and we'll head over to the original version of this world where this hasn't been upgraded, and then we'll start from there. So I'll see you guys in a minute. So now we're here, we're in the original world, exact same seed and everything, and this is the little hut that you've got going on here. So we're going to start off by changing this by using the oak logs. So as you can see here, this build is already, one thing you'll notice is it isn't actually symmetrical. You have a 5 along here. Obviously it's symmetrical in the middle, but the doorway they haven't added as a symmetrical doorway, and they've kept this as a 2 wide block, which doesn't really match up here. So you would have 2 blocks for your middle block, which is something I really dislike. Always like having a single block as the meeting point. So I'm not really sure why they actually did that in the original design, but changing this will help us a lot. So obviously on the front here we got a 5. We want to change this to a 7. So what we're actually going to do is clear off half of this build, and we'll just redo the kind of foundation of it, purely because it's not in the proportion that I want it and the size. Otherwise it feels like a very odd size to build up, and I'm not quite sure why they built it at this size, but it's just one of those. So you just got to work with it. So we need to extend this by 2. So we're going to come up here, and then we'll extend it by 2 on this side as well. So we've got 2 there, and then we're going to cross it here where the floor meets up. And I'm actually going to delete half of this build because I do not want. I'm probably best off just turning this onto peaceful, so I don't have to listen to the witch as well. But yes, I'm going to probably delete a lot of this, just because it's a lot of playing around with the floor design. So if I delete these, you can move out the way for a second. And there. That will be our basic floor design here. And we'll repeat this around like so. So obviously, we've got this is a 7, and this over here actually needs to be extended again. So I don't know why I didn't do that originally. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then obviously we just need to extend it out one more. So our bottom area is going to be a 7x7 platform. This will just make life so much easier when it comes to making the little tower in the middle. So we're going to have a little tower towards this one, and it extends up and gets kind of slightly narrower. So we're going to head up by 4 here. And when you get to 4, you want to cross these over. You want to get just basically a small basic foundation down on these. This will just create and make everything a lot easier when you're coming to build it. So it's going to look quite horrific at first, but we're going to have this simple 7x7 kind of foundation, and then from here you want to head to this block here and just begin to create an inside little tower. So this is going to be a little tower here, and then you extend that up to 4 high, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and obviously you're using it from the 4th block. Then we've got a 4 high tower here, which is just going to be our basic tower. And then once we've done that, we extend it by 4 again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you can extend that by 4 like so, and then have another 4th tower here. Or when you come to creating your roof, you'll actually get a nice little kind of part that you can sit into. So I probably am not going to keep this like this. For example, if I show you now what we'll do with it, so once we've got that high, we remove this. It depends how tall you want your towers. You can create it even taller by doing that. But I would recommend getting some cobblestone now, and this kind of just helps map out kind of. Are they all infested? Yep, that's the one I need. But I'm gonna kind of. So you want to I'll map it out so it's a lot easier. So you're going to start with this, two stairs like so, one block on top, and then obviously we come out with another stair here, then go up by 2, repeat this on this side too. We're going to do this on all 4 corners, but what I'm talking about will actually be a lot more easier to demonstrate once I've put in this roof here. So we head up to the top, stair across the middle here, and do this little flick on the top here. So now that you can see what I was talking about was when you add those 4 blocks up to this height, you can get another tower, but obviously when you extend the roof it would be even taller. So it's up to you how tall you want your tower, but I'm going to keep it at this height because this will actually create a small room using the roof here, which is a nice little thing you want to do. And then obviously from here you just want to go around and fill in the rest of your build, the rest of the roof even. So we'll quickly do that. We'll just throw down the rest of the blocks. You can kind of design the roof however you want. You can have it really tall, you can have it quite short. I would recommend sticking with this kind of build. It definitely goes more like kind of fantasy, medieval, rustic type theme, and fits really well with the way I've currently built this. So I'd probably stick with this roof design. However, if you want to change it, that's completely up to you what you want to do with this build. But I'm just going to keep it the way I originally done it, just because I don't want to, well, it was kind of the way I've already planned on showing you guys, and I don't want to change it unless I think it's for the best. But personally, I think this is the way to kind of get it done and make sure it looks good. So once we've done this roof here, all we're going to do is head on the inside, get some stairs like so, get some spruce as well. So you're going to get spruce, strip spruce, and spruce planks like so, and then we're just going to fill in the roof. So you can add in, throw in a few details here and there, just mixing up the palette by using the stripped and the normal spruce, and then obviously filling in the roof as well like so. So we could do that all the way around here, and then fill in the roof like so. Come back around here and do this as well. So just a really simple, obviously if you've watched my videos a lot, you know that texturing is a huge part of when it comes to building. Texturing will always make your builds look so much better. Just using a different variety of blocks and using a larger palette will always look a lot better than just using a kind of basic palette or just a few, like one selection of blocks. It will just not look as good. But from here you're going to add this little wavy trapdoor effect that I do like doing. So you add these trapdoors here, then you add some slabs, and it creates this slight little wave. Now from here you can either add a trapdoor in the central point, or you could add something like 2 slabs that kind of make it raise up a bit, but I'm going to keep it with the trapdoors there. So now we got this center, this roof here, and everything's looking very nice, kind of simplified here. What I'm going to do is get some stairs and just cross over here. So I'm going to create this little design like so. So we're literally just going to do this, create a nice little, I can't remember the official name for this roof style, but it's probably the most basic one where you're just kind of stair stacking all the way across the top like so. But obviously I've already messed this up because you can actually overhang it like so, but I don't want to do that. I wanted to keep it in the central point like so. So you want to keep it on the actual frame point, so you have a centerpiece in the middle, which will be there, but I actually messed that up, funnily enough. So now we have that, and then you want to repeat this on every other side as well. So basically right now all we're doing is trying to get a base frame and everything, so we can kind of work with the blocks. And that already looks wrong to me, so I feel like I may have placed this one wrong, but I don't think I have. But yes, we just want to get the base foundation going down. We've got a basic frame. What I'm doing now is kind of just decorating the outside, not quite filling it in. I'll be filling it in a second, and then we can fix it up when we get along with it. But for now, I'm just going to continue to get this little framework here. And I keep building one off because I'm so used to building roofs one off, that when it comes to building these small little designs, I keep building them one off, which is quite annoying. Now you can change that to any type of like wood or whatever you would like. I actually believe I use spruce a lot of the time when changing it, but I'm going to keep it for cobblestone now. Later on we can actually change it if you want to. If you don't like the way it's looking, feel free to change that. But for now we've got this nice little design here on the bottom hand and the top side as well. So now that we've got this in, we're actually going to fill in some of the roof. So let's change these two to my first two, and we'll do a bit of texturing here. So I'm going to fill in this part here, just all the sections, and I'm gonna have to turn my sound down a bit because I cannot deal with that cat. Is there a way? Friendly creatures, I'll turn that off just so I don't have to listen to the cat for now. And then we're kind of fix up this roof like so, and then adding in where you want your windows to. So I said fix up a roof, fix up the wall even, and add in where you want your windows. like so. So I've done that, texture it up as well. And then I'm going to have my door on this side with a window here, and then I'm going to have a door here. I'm going to add 2 stairs above the door like so. And then come around here as well. Now on this side I'm probably going to add a balcony here, so I'm actually going to remove that roof for now. I think I will change these to spruce in a minute, the cobblestone, just because they look so much better. But yeah, I'm going to finish up this wall here. So I'm actually going to have a nice little walkout area here that you can walk out onto. So I'm going to keep just a 1 door gap in this, like so. This will help me allow this to come out by 1. But I'm just going to quickly cut and probably change this to spruce. So now that I've changed this all to spruce, we can continue on with this little build here. So I'm going to actually add in this kind of half part here, and then the rest of this will be filled in. So I can actually have kind of a, what was I going to say, a nice little balcony area here. So I'm just going to fill that in blankly for now, just like so. And then we will actually have a nice little balcony coming off of this section here, just hanging over. But for now I'm just going to leave those planks, slabs there, and we will actually fix them up later on. But for now I'm going to move this back to about here, and keep it at this height. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then obviously we're going to move 1, 2, and then from 2 I'm going to keep that 1 lower, like so, and then do the exact same here. So we got this nice little kind of small, don't really know how to explain it, this nice little docking area, kind of, you come off from here, it comes to like a little dock area here, so just a nice little thing to add. And obviously you can add as many kind of waves of trapdoors as you want. So I might actually lower this one by 1, like so, and I actually kind of want them to match up, if that's possible. There we are. So now we've got this nice little bit where, for example, the witch or something could come and fish if she wanted to, or someone could dock on. It's just one of those small little things that you can add. But yes, then we add these little trapdoors on the side here. If you want to, you can add fences in the side parts here, but for now I'm just going to keep it like this. I want to add a few more little designs in too, so I'm actually going to add barrels at the top of these corners here. Barrels just give off a really nice little texture, and I would recommend using them when you can. You could actually do the same on here, but because I'm using barrels so close to it, I think I'll pass on that one for now, and I might actually chuck some barrels in up here, just for a bit of texturing along with the build. Already getting a bit of design going in here, and now that we've done that, we should probably fill in this top section. So I'm purely just going to keep this fully covered in, no windows, because the way it's kind of built, it's already got quite a few windows, and I'm going to add the windows at the very top, so we don't have to worry about all the windows and things. I do not like that. Let's change that like so, and then we throw in some more designs here, like so. Just filling in this area. We don't want too many windows up here and things, so I'm actually going to have a nice little balcony coming out here that we can add. So something like this will do nicely. We can have a balcony coming out here. So if we add, maybe from this little part here, we can add something with slabs, I guess. So if we come off here, we can go about there. It would do quite nicely. Or we delete this, and I can't remember how I did it, so I'm actually going to jump cut because I've completely forgotten how I've done this. So after referring back to my previous build, I'm going to quickly go over and fix this. So I'm going to actually use slabs purely for the purpose that I can touch this up here and there. I'm going to slab here, slab in here and there. We've got this nice little design here, and we'll add slabs there. Oh, didn't mean to delete that. We'll fix that up, and we can get this nice little balcony here, but we will actually have to up those slabs like so. Connect up this around here. I'm just throwing things everywhere at this point. And then we want to match the roof up to this height, get some campfires, some water, and then we begin adding in the campfires here. Yeah, I actually forgot how to do this because I built this a while back, and I kind of needed to get it. I was basically trying to finalize the design, and I built it a few times to remember how I did it, but as soon as it came to recording, bam, it just went on my brain. So I had to double check, so I didn't want to mess that one up. But now we got this nice little design coming off here, and we just need to fill in this top section. So we can fill in this part here with a stair, so that's where a door is going to be. We got a door there, And then obviously up here we haven't filled in anything, so we just get some planks, some stripped logs as well, and we're filling this top section up here, hopefully not opening the barrels anymore, and we'll just fill these in with a nice little texturing job up here, like so. And then as well, you want to grab some logs, grab some oak logs, head here, and you just want to bring them out like so. And if you want to do what I did with the hanging thingy, you can bring it out just by one more or two more, like so. Depending on how far you want the guy to hang, I'm going to keep it about there. So just 2 blocks out from the main part, and then 1 on this side. Exactly the same here. So we're going to have 1 there too. And then from here, you just want to fill this back in, like so. Like so. Hopefully that's all the sides filled in. If you want to, you can add a stair on these as well to kind of look like they're actually being held up on the inside. And then you got this nice little stair there. Add some buttons to them as well. You can add chains, lanterns, whatever you like to kind of texture and detail them. Then we're just going to go in and fill it up with glass. And at this point, we've basically got the kind of whole design done. We're just going to need to be kind of texturing and making things look a lot better. Not texturing even, just kind of making things look better. Filling in things, adding in lights and just the small intricate details that really bring out the build, and also fix the floor in here, which I actually used the dark oak last time. So all we have to do is just break that, fill in this with dark oak, and then obviously add the windows in and add the doors in there, and then we're done. Just kind of going around after that, just texturing it up, throwing down whatever you want to make your build look good. For now, let's delete that, throw this in, and then obviously we can add in this, and then we need to add a staircase as well, actually, which I forgot. So we need to add that to get up into the build itself. So we can do this really nice and simple by just adding some trapdoors, like slabs like so, then adding some stairs like this, repeating that down to here, so you're on the top layer of the water, then just bringing these trapdoors across like so. You get this nice little effect here. It looks like somewhere you can dock a boat. And then you just go around adding these trapdoors to this, then trapdoors on top of those as well, just to stop people falling off the stairs when they come up. When it lets me place that, there we are. So now we can stop falling off, things like that. You can kind of come around, do whatever you'd like here, and then we just kind of need to go around texturing and adding in small details. So I like to add these little details to the sides here like that. Then we're going to need things like lanterns, chains, bushes as well, leaves. So I'm using German Spelly's resource pack for anyone who's wondering why my leaves look orange. I'm just using a resource pack called German Spelly's resource pack, so that's just one thing to pay attention to. But yes, you can add any kind of designs you want here and there. So I'm just going to add a few different things going around this build, and obviously from here you can add little designs on top of this thing here. So we could, for example, add another little wave in this. I'll show you later on what I did to the previous one, and if you like that design you can copy that, feel free to do that. But yeah, you can just kind of texture up and just light up the build, make it look really cool, do whatever you really want to it. I just like going around and just adding these small little details, but obviously you can add whatever you like to this. So just feel free to play around with what you think looks cool, and try out your own things. There are always things to do. Trying out your own things, seeing what you can make and do with them. Just you know, it's always trial and error. So whatever you do, just have fun with it. It's always my key thing, and don't really take it. If you take it too serious, you probably have a lot more issues with your builds. You probably won't enjoy it as much. But just playing around with it, adding small details like this, and other small things will just really kind of make your build look better. But they're just kind of small things you have to play around with. They're just trial and error. So once again, you don't actually have to have that. You can have some small like this little design, like so. Maybe we can do the same on this side. So as you can see here, just playing around with these little designs. You can do whatever you like. If you want to, you can have trapdoors in there as well. And then if you want, you can hang lanterns off these. That's what I usually do. And then just do whatever you want. So obviously I had a villager hanging from here as well. So I had it probably about here. and then I filled it in with blocks. It might have been one further out, so yeah, it probably was one further out. It just looks a bit different. So yeah, moving that one further out will look a lot better, like so, and then just hanging that down like so. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. Just kind of texturing it, going around like a bit, like, you know, like I just said, adding small things in here and there, just trying to keep it looking very medieval, witchy, but also trying to keep it looking very nice and clean as well. Something that just looks really cool in the game. You don't have to add anything in here that you don't like. They're just small things that I'm playing around with here, just having fun with and seeing what I can come up with as well. Obviously you will need to add doors in and not forget them like I do 90% of the time when building, but yeah, they're just, you know, there's always things that you're going to forget, and there's always things to do and play around with. For those who aren't particularly great when it comes to exterior building, I do actually have a few videos out there with exterior and interior guides, so feel free to look those up. But yeah, you can add another floor design in here too, and you'll get a nice little, you know, you've got your layers to your floor. You can add whatever you want. You can add trapdoors in, so you can kind of get up and down this very easily with no problems. And if you want, you can add little trapdoors around the bottom for little pillars and things. You could add anything on top of these as well. They're just nice little things that sit out. But you could actually add another, I believe if we go check my witch hut build, this is the one actually I was just on. If we check the one before this, so it was in my new world when I was playing around with it, which I created literally not that long ago. I actually have this small little trap slab design underneath, so it goes slab, slab, trapdoor, slab, slab, and then you can add more lights and things to that, and that just really fills it out. But as you can see here, it's pretty much complete, and I've got this little thing around that too. So if we go into the witch hut world where we've been building this, you can add those little designs in if you really want to, and I'll show you how to do that. So we quickly add some slabs, grab some stairs as well, and then all I did for this was just this small little design here, like so. So you can add something like that, you can have it that way, whatever you want. You could also just keep it with slabs, but I would probably add in this here. But I believe I actually did it a bit higher up, so it might have been something like this. I couldn't quite remember. Yes, it definitely looked more like that in my opinion. So you can add small little designs like that if you really want to. They just help fill in space too. They're kind of just a larger version of that little trapdoor design that I've been using, and they look a lot better in my opinion. It's just different, very different. Fills in a lot more space, so it's up to you what you do with it. And obviously you can add whatever you want onto this. You can add leaves and things. Obviously you've got all the space up here. You can fill in with leaves, you know, whatever you want. There's a bit of space there to play around with. But now you've got this really cool looking witch hut, and obviously it's right next to this village as well. But I hope this guide kind of helped you understand how I build and give you a little insight on what I'm doing. And also maybe if you guys have been following along, you will have come up and created this nice little witch hut. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you all soon. Peace.